day of Season 3 of the ASUS ROG DreamLeague for the finals.
You're just showing off now, really.
Yeah, I'm just
Like-
trying to put as many numbers in there as I can. But we just had our second game, and we're actually going to game 3 as well. That means that 4 Clovers was able to beat Basically Unknown. Drage, what was the story of the game for you?
Once upon a time, there was a troll who farmed a lot.
Yeah.
And then there was his dad, the Earthshaker.
Why is that his dad?
Why? You
Is he
asked me.
adopted?
No, but seriously, the Shaker was... he was playing amazingly. He was awesome. He was on the right places. He was using... He was getting the right items, and he was really on par with his team. And that was a big part of that game being won by them, I think. I think that was the story of the game.
Yeah, pretty
and
much
then it's over. Because what happened with the others, I mean, Ouya and y'all, not y'all, BCC, they farmed, but it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't anything to really write home to mom about, as you told me once. But the Shaker play was amazing, and if we have any Shaker fans out there, just watch this replay over and over again. This is how you play Earthshaker, and I'm thrilled to see it.
The only team fight that I felt went really in favor of Basically Unknown was the one bottom when they initiated on Hook.
On Shaker, yeah.
Exactly, because that was the only way they're going to win the fight, because his counter initiation with the Blink Echo Slam and Hex, it just completely shut down Stark in every single team fight.
And most often he got 2 or 3 people in it, so it was nice. And many of the follow-up kills as well was because of the Shaker, like a Hex in the right moment or a Fissure in the right moment. So just Shaker, that's all.
Is there anything that Basically Unknown could have done, Owen? Or was it just out of their control?
I don't know. It was a weird game in the sense that it got to the position where it felt like basically they were coming back into it. You know, your Slark was getting his items. They were, you know, they looked to go into the fights, and they were initiating. Obviously, that one where they went and they caught out the Earthshaker was one of the biggest for them in the kind of latter stages of the game. But I don't know. It just seemed that every fight, the amount of control that the side of 4 Clovers had with the Cypher Vice pickups, and they were using it on the right heroes at the start of every fight. You had your Earthshaker going straight in with the Echo Slam into Cypher Vice on the Slark, and that of course gives him no chance at all to get the Dark Pack going, and they were bringing him down straight away. And then you had your Bane coming in as well with the Fiend's Grips, and I don't know, I just kind of feel at the end of the day the drafting and the item pickups from the side of 4 Clovers was absolutely perfect for the situations that they were finding themselves in, and Basically Unknown, they just didn't have an answer for it.
There was one team fight top where they did their combo right. They used the Quap ulti and the Lina ulti on the Troll Warlord, and he was on 10% life, and then he had cheese.
Yeah.
But if they had done that combo earlier in the game to a greater effect, they could have taken control. But it just didn't seem like they had the coordination about them to do it. Like, it was also Hook interrupting it and causing mayhem whenever they initiated.
And also the Bane pick was kind of interesting because Bane had to be dealt with. Like, you need to deal with Bane. And actually, in the end there, I even saw him using the Laguna Blade on Bane. And then you all of a sudden realize that... So then the rest comes in and you can just fix it. So Bane is kind of one of those heroes who's really frustrating to play versus, because if you forget him or if you give him the space, he's going to hold you for 5 seconds. And that doesn't work in late game in Dota 2.
No, it's very risky. It was a very back and forth game. We were able to select one clip for you for Shanalytics on the drawing board.
All right, welcome to the drawing board. I'm going to keep saying the drawing board.
I say drawing board.
Yeah, and then you say Shanalytics at the end. All right. So the team fight I've chosen is where we see Hook on his Earthshaker just blink and slam it. Basically, is the... I don't know who's been writing on my board. Let's play this and watch this. All right, so first of all, the positioning. All right, press pause. All right, so Hook, every single team fight, miles away. There's no way you can initiate on him. There's no way... He's never getting caught out of position. And then we have a look at the... Let's press play and watch this, right? So Troll's right at the forefront, ready to game. Let's go. Play, please, Griff. All right. So at this stage of the game, Goblak has his Ags up. And he is... All right, so they initiate with the Morphling Stun. Pause. Okay, so they're like, okay, let's throw everything we have at the Troll to try and get the... Try and kill him before he uses the cheese. And let's see how that works out for them. All right, pause. Oh my god. So now, they've literally used everything. They've used Abyssal Blade, they've used... Oh, I don't even know. Like, how do you win a fight after this? Like, it's very, very difficult. And then on top of that, let's kick play. Now, the Yule Scepters actually worked very, very good again. Oh. That is the dream right there. That Echo Slam. That is
After an
actually
already
beautiful.
3-man Fisher as well.
Yeah, it's just like amazing. And then they actually interrupt him quite well with deals. They did it a few times, but it wasn't enough to stop Hook. Captain Hook. Let's play and watch the end of this. Oh, Goblet getting the leech seed down, trying to get the and then just troll a free reign on your entire team.
He did get the troll
Yeah.
eventually.
That's the only
Oh,
one that
here's
they're
the
getting.
Bane.
and I
Beautiful
believe
Bane
that,
ulti.
Everybody else
Nico,
dies.
baby. Oh my god, beautiful. There's the Bane you
Yeah.
talked about earlier. That was really nice positioning from him as well. Like so far back and waiting for the correct opportunity to initiate.
Lena
And
had
that's
to
the
use
problem.
her stun on him, and she was not in position. Like she
Yeah,
had to
but-
work very
but
far
the-
forward, and
The way we talked about the Bane in the draft was that if the Slark sees him because of the slow cast animations, that he can dodge it with a Dark Pact, but he can't dodge it if he's already stunned by Earthshaker or Hexed. So they followed up their initiation so well. Like they didn't give him a chance to even react.
And Bane is like a core hero if he gets that position. That
Yeah.
is, you can't get any better hero than that, because okay, you look up support for a carry, you don't care, and you get him for 5 seconds. So even if he would have a Shadow Dance ready or something else afterwards, he's not getting there. It's a way too long disable. So, but in this scenario, it's kind of harsh because they're like standing 4 together, holding hands, and Shaker
Yeah.
gets jump between.
But it seemed like it was like that every single time. His timing on the Echo Slams was so
Yeah.
perfect.
he was playing spot on.
Yeah.
Definitely, and he wasn't late either, because we can see those Shakers who is really good, but they do cost the carries their lives
Yeah.
first because
Yeah.
they want to have the perfect position. But he was like, nah, 10% from the perfect. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it was
Which
actually
made it
perfect.
perfect.
Which made it perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So next game, Owen, what does each team need to do to win?
To be honest, one of the standout performances I felt in that game was Yol on the Bane. So I think you really need to think very carefully about letting the Bane fall through, because in the sense that at the very end of the game, you could argue that the Bane's play almost certainly secured them the win, because what he did, he was able to defensively nightmare the TA as everyone on the side of the Radiant jumped straight for the TA. Straight in with the Abyssal Blades, trying to lock him down. Slark was going to work, but the Nightmare and then the 4 staff bringing him out of the fight for the time being, and TA was able to then get off the BKB, return into the fight, and I believe pick off a couple of kills off the back of it, which were key. And Weehaw, he was arguably, on top of the troll, the biggest damage output that they had on the Dire side. So in a lot of other situations beforehand as well, Yol was just creating so much kind of disruption in the sense that people would want to start the fight. Yol would either stop the fight, or if they're looking for a fight themselves, Yol could look for it for the side of the Dire, and the Radiant, they just wouldn't have an answer. And the Fiend's grips were really big as well. And just being that hero that suddenly your supports on basically unknown, they have to go straight for the Bane because he's holding your Slark, he's holding your cores in place. And yeah, I think you've got to think about where the Bane comes into these drafts.